What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So a recap over yesterday. Ended up 2-1 out of the 4 plays. Obviously Cam Johnson ended up being a DNP, but we had an overall decent day. Looking at our plays from yesterday, our free picks, we had Malik Monk over 17.5 points and assists. Obviously Monk chalked us. Monk shot 1 for 10. Any player that shoots 1 for 10, we're not going to cash any point prop. Let's be honest here. But Monk chalked us. We did have Dinwiddie under assists. Dinwiddie did cash us out. Sabonis cashed PRA. Sabonis had a killer game last night. And like I said, Cam Johnson was a DNP. So 2-1 yesterday. We were 4-1 the day before that. That makes us 6-2 in the last 2 days on our free picks. Hopefully we can keep us a good little run going. Before we do anything, I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's free video or free picks to win a free month of VIP. If this video gets 250 likes, I'll pick another person down below to win a free month. So make sure you guys drop a comment, leave a like on the video. You have to be subscribed to win, so drop a sub, and let's pick our winner from yesterday. So winner from yesterday's video is for Zachary Lee, who said time to win. Well, Zach, you called that one, man. Send me a message on Discord. I'll get you a free month of VIP. Appreciate the love and support from everybody. And let's show some of these wins from yesterday. So some of these wins are mine. Some of these wins are from the mods. Just want to go ahead and get that out. But we had Glasnow and Brown yesterday, 75 for 180, cashed us out. We had Glasnow and Francis last night, cashed us out, 75 for 169. We had Banchero and Sabonis cashed us out last night, 75 for 153. Glasnow again. We had a lot of Glasnow. I ain't even gonna lie. I liked the Glasnow play with Grant Holmes, 75 for 168. That cashed us. We had Toronto Blue Jays money line. Toronto ended up cashing us. It got a little bit sweaty at one point. They ended up winning 5-2, 125 to win 201. So I only profited about $76 on that one, but it is what it is. I'll take that profit, almost a double up, and I was really confident in Toronto last night. So that was a free little 80 bucks. And this is when we get to the mods plays, guys. So the mods, our mods have been killing it. Here's one slip that was dropped, $50 to win 1,000. A little 5-man posted by our man Inked, which was in his channel. That cashed. He also posted 2 $20 plays, 20 to win 200, and then 20 to win 400. So that one's on there as well. Dude made a bag last night. We had Miles Mikolas, Brady Singer, and Tyler Glasnow pitching outs. This one cashed a little 3-man on Underdog. Then we get to our tennis. A couple tennis plays that were dropped. $100 to win 225. $100 to win 225 on this one as well. And then we had a 5-man posted by our locksmith, the winner of Pick Wars, $50 to win a 550. So if you were able to tell us and the mods last night, you made a ton of money. I did have a couple of bad hooks on chalkboard. I'm not gonna lie. Posted 2 chalkboard slips. Both chalkboard slips missed by 0.5. And it was rough, man. But it is what it is. That's going to happen. We already know that's going to happen. We got NBA and baseball again today. So another nice little slate. If you guys do want to join all of our, or get all of our plays, join our VIP, you can head on over to our WAP or our Patreon. Link for both of those is down in the description. New month. Time to make some money for the month of April, guys. And we would love to have you guys a part of that. You can get a free month signing up for any partnered app. These include Parlay Play, Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better, NOVIG, and Dabble. Any of those 7 apps get you a free month. Sign up using our code, make the minimum deposit, send me a screenshot, and I'll give you a free month for every app you sign up for. But you can get up to 7 months for free. So pretty much a no-brainer on that one, especially if you're taking advantage of these deposit matches. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into these plays, guys. Once again, the Discord is free to join. We'd love to have you guys in there. But let's jump into our first pick of the day. So I have 5 props today, guys. I'm giving 5, 3 NBA, 2 MLB. I am taking a little bit of chance on NBA, and I'll tell you why. NBA has been so volatile. We know it's right before the playoffs, so a lot of these games are hard to read. It's hard to read how many minutes players are going to play, what they're going to do with some of their starters, especially injuries and stuff like that. So a lot of players might not play their normal minutes. An example was Miles Bridges the other night, played right at 20 minutes. Then last night he played way over. So it's you got to bear with me on these NBA plays for now until playoffs get started, because some of them are a little bit hard to read. So I am taking a little bit of a chance on some of these plays, and we'll jump into our first one. So the first play of the day is going to be for our man Justin Edwards. Taking Justin Edwards for Philly. I'm taking him over 1.5 assists. Now, his assist prop is really low for a reason. He doesn't get a lot of assists, but as of lately, he has been smashing this line. So he just had 4 versus the Raptors. He had 3 assists the game before that versus Miami. And then you can see he's cashed 8 of his last 10 games. He did have a couple of games where he didn't get it. And if you look at his last 20, he's cashed it 60% over his last 20. Now, if you look at him on the season, He's only cashed at 46% on the season, but you also have to look at his minutes. He's only averaging 26 minutes per game on the season. If you go to his last 10 games, this goes all the way up to 32 minutes. So he's getting a lot more minutes, mainly due to injuries. Obviously, Philly's missing pretty much all of their team. You can just take a look at all the injuries over here. So he should get around 30 minutes here again tonight. They are playing against the Knicks. If they don't get blew out, he should be fine. He should be able to get 2 assists, even if they do get blew out, most likely. We can go and take a look at his potential assists. He's averaging 4.1 potential assists over his last 10 games. So we need his teammates to make some shots. Versus the Knicks do have a pretty decent defense. They only give up 7th in the league in assists allowed. And we can go over here to the small forward position is 4th. Power forward is 9th. So they're not going to give up many assists to any position. Give up more assists to the shooting guard and centers than anywhere else. But small forward, not a lot. So you got to bear with me on this one. Looking at potential assists, he did have a couple of games where he had 7. And his peak for the season, I think, is probably the 7. Yeah, so 7 potential assists over his last few games. So he has been passing the ball a lot more. He's been setting up some shots. I think Edwards can get us again tonight, and I'm taking a risk on him. Head-to-head data, he's cashed both games versus the Knicks this season. He had 3 and 2 in those 2 games. 1.5 is a really low line. I'm taking a chance on it. So I will pull this up over on Parlay Play if you guys want to check it out. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play gets you a free month of VIP as well. So I'm telling you guys, Parlay Play is one of the best apps out right now. Highly recommend anybody that doesn't have it, take advantage of it. I post a lot of slips on Parlay Play, and I'm going to continue to. But I'm looking at this 1.5 assists. You got a 1.64x, so it's not quite an original line or a regular payout line. It's a little bit lower than a normal payout. I don't know that they're going to have this one on Prizepicks, but we can take a look. So Justin Edwards, let's see here. They have 2.5 assists for a demon play, but we're not going to touch that. So you can't get it on Prizepicks. You can get it on Sleeper. Should be able to get it on Underdog, but you can definitely get it on Parlay Play, and it's right there. Justin Edwards, 1.5 assists. I'm going to pull this up on Predictive Profits. So Predictive Profits, well, they're not going to have it either because it's not on Prizepicks, and it goes by the Prizepicks board. But if you guys want to try Predictive Profits, 50% off your first month using code ACES. Links down in the description. I use this pretty much every day now. I look at all the props that I'm thinking about taking. I see what they have projected at, and if it goes against what I think, I'm still going to trust my gut over this. But I do like to see. Let's say I have 2 props I'm trying to choose between. If Predictive says the same thing as me on one prop and the opposite of me on the other prop, I'm probably going to take the one that they agree with because it makes me feel a little bit better. But obviously that's not going to work every time, but it is there if you guys want to give it a try. But Justin Edwards, over 1.5 assists, is pick number 1 of the day. So jumping into pick number 2 of the day, our second slightly risky play is going to be for our man Trent Jr. So we're taking Trent Jr. and we're taking him over 2.5 3-pointers made. So they are playing against Phoenix tonight. AJ Green is game time decision. This makes a big difference as well. You can already see right here. Missing Sunday's game against Atlanta. Green's status remains uncertain for Tuesday. If the sharpshooter's unable to play against the Suns, the Bucks could turn to Kevin Porter and Gary Trent to pick up the slack. So if that happens, if he sits, obviously that makes this play even sweeter. If he plays, I still like the play though. So you got minus 145 odds on this play to go over 2.5 threes. He's cashed 2.5 3-pointers, 8 of his last 10 games. Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 8 3-point attempts per game. Now if we go to him on the season, he is averaging 5.8 attempts per game on the season with 25 minutes of playing time. Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 29 minutes playing time. So the minutes are slightly up. Overall, he's been playing around 30-ish minutes per game lately. And a lot of that has to do with injuries. So we know Dame is out for probably the season. Bobby Portis is out. Jericho Sims is out. Giannis is game time decision, and AJ Green game time decision. Either of them sit, this prop gets even sweeter. But he had 6 threes the other day versus the Lakers. I like this play for AJ Green, man. I'm going to give him a chance. Head-to-head data, he's cashed just 3 straight games versus Phoenix. Only one from this season where he had 4 threes. But obviously, you can look at Phoenix. They give up more threes than almost any other team in the league. Their bottom 5 defense, for the most part, give up 24th in the league in 3 points allowed. Go to point guard is 21st. Shooting guard is 24th as well. So they give up a lot of 3-pointers. Gary Trent should have his chance tonight. I like this play. I'm taking a chance on him. So I'm going to see if this one is over on Prizepicks. So points, they have projected to go under and everything. So just because he goes under in points doesn't mean he's not going to hit the threes. But regardless, not much we can look at there. It already shows he's not going to be on Prizepicks for us. But Yeah, there's nothing there for Prizepicks, unfortunately. So I'm going to pull this up over on Parlay Play. You can get it here. I've already checked. You can get it on Sleeper, and you should be able to get it on Underdog as well, if I'm not mistaken. But if Parlay Play would load. So 2.5, 3 points made. You get a 1.6x on this one, so a slightly discounted line as well. Some of these plays aren't going to be right out of 7x, but you can pair these with discounts, guys. And jumping into our last pick, it is a promo play over here on the Parlay Play that I really like, and they've added like 5 more since then. So I like Ja Morant, 19.5 points. Obviously, that's not the one I'm going to take. The one I'm taking is Giannis. Now, Giannis is game time decision, so obviously he could sit. So we could honestly take Morant. I like Morant a lot too. Playing against Golden State, these 3 weren't on the board whenever I was looking at the promos. All they had was Towns. They wanted Trae Young wasn't even on the board. It was just Towns and Giannis. So both, that's a hard one, man. I like the Giannis for a 1.42x, but Giannis hasn't been. I mean, he's been scoring a lot, but his RA has been really, really low as of lately. And they're playing against Phoenix. Giannis is probably the move on this one if I had to take a guess, because Morant played last night. So, yeah, I'm gonna take Giannis. I'm gonna stick to my gut with Giannis on this one. Giannis is pick number 3. I'm not gonna swap him. Both of them I like. I think they both cash, but we're gonna pull Giannis up. His original line's 49.5. You're getting a 5-point discount on this. This is obviously a 5-point discount. You kind of got to lock this play in, especially Giannis to get 45. He's only cashed at 6 of his last 10. He's cashed at 4 straight. Now, he's barely went over. Let's be honest here. He's barely went over this. He has cashed at 69% on the season, and he's cashed at both games versus Phoenix, averaging 48 PRA versus Phoenix. Now, we know Phoenix gives up a lot of stats, 22nd, 8th, 18th, and 18th in terms of points, rebounds, and assists. Go to power forward, it's 11th, 3rd, and 16th. So not quite as many to the power forward position. Small forward is 2nd, 4th, and 18th. And center, they give up a ton to the center. So they do give up a ton to big men. But, I mean, Giannis, regardless, should be able to feast versus Phoenix, in my opinion. If we come over here, we can go to games without Lillard. We can just take out Lillard, take out Dame. We can take out Bobby Portis. 5 of 7 games this season, he's averaging 48 PRA. He had an 80 PRA game versus Detroit back in November. So, obviously, he can get it for sure. I think he's going to get it. I like the play, and I'm going to be taking Giannis in for a 1.4x. So if you can play these 3 together, and you're going to get a 3.6x play, I'd put $100 on it probably, so $360 on this play. For me, I would take one of these 2 out. Just pick the ones you want. I actually haven't locked in a slip with Giannis yet, so I got to figure out who I want to pair him with. But the plays are here if you guys want to lock them in. If you want to fade any play, just fade them, guys. Obviously, these are slightly risky, an assist prop and a 3-point made prop. Those are the 2 riskier ones. Giannis is probably my favorite of the 3. Let's be honest here. It's discounted as well. But I do think all 3 of these props are going to cash us out. So that's going to be our 3 NBA props for our next 2 plays. We'll be jumping over to baseball. I am going to get a slight sip of my water real quick for the water haters. But anyways, let's jump into our 2 MLB plays for the day. So MLB play number 1 is going to be for our man Lorenzen. So Mike Lorenzen, we're taking over 14.5 pitching outs. You guys know I love these pitching out plays. He's cashed at 6 of his last 10 games. Obviously, we're looking at the 2024 season. 2024 season, it matters, but it doesn't matter. It's not the end-all, be-all. So we're going to look at him on the season. He cashed at 80% of games on the season, averaging 15.5 pitching outs per game. And he had that those 2 games at the end where he only pitched 1 and 2 innings. So you got to look at those. You can kind of cancel those out if you really wanted to. Then he had that 1 bad game versus Toronto where he gave up, 7 runs. So it is what it is. But anyways, I like this play for him, man. Lorenzen head-to-head versus the Brewers. He's cashed his only game, which was last season. So we don't have much to look at this season. Looking at him, you can look at Lorenzen. You can look at his earned runs per 9. He has a 3.31 ERA, which is pretty dang good. He gets 6.7 Ks per 9 innings, which isn't that good. He's less than a strikeout per inning pitcher. Strikeouts is probably not the move for a man Lorenzen. And if you look at walks, 1.24 walks per game. So not very many walks, usually around 1 per 9 innings or 1 per game. So looking at this versus the Brewers, he has a 3.60 ERA versus the Brewers, so it's a little bit higher than his normal average. Obviously, the Brewers aren't a bad hitting team. We already know that. He did have 9 Ks versus the Brewers, so he's right out of strikeout per inning versus the Brewers, so he strikes out better versus the Brewers. But there's only one game that we're looking at here, so there's not a whole lot of data to pull from. But overall, Lorenzen should get 5 innings tonight. We can look at his pitch counts as well. He averaged 83 pitches, but he had 3 games bringing it way down. So he should get it. He has some games where he gets over 100. Obviously, it depends on the situation. I see him getting over 80 tonight. As long as he gets over 80, he should be able to get us 5 innings. That's my opinion. So Lorenzen is pick number 1 of the day. We'll pull it up over here on Parlay Play. So I'll put MLB, Lorenzen. We're going to go to 14.5 pitching outs. Whoa. And that's a 1.3x. So that one is a low payout. And I can't remember exactly what I got this payout at. I locked it in over on Sleeper, so I'm going to give you guys a free slip if you want to lock it in. We have a Lorenzen and Hendricks, 75 to win, 153. So it's a little 2x. So you guys can already see our second play of the day. It's going to be for our man Hendricks. So let's pull Hendricks up. Kyle Hendricks, 14.5 outs. Same play, cashed 7 of his last 10 on the season. Last year, he cashed at 58% of games. He averaged less than 15, so this one's going to be a little bit sweaty. He averaged 81 pitches per game. Some games he got, or one game he got 100. A lot of games he gets close to 90. Should get at least 80 to 90 pitches tonight, and or today, tonight, a 7:45 game. So should get plenty tonight. Looking at him, Kyle Hendricks had a 5.92 ERA last season, which is terrible. He gives up almost 6 runs per 9 innings, which is not good. Looking at strikeouts per 9, right at 6, not good. He has 1.45 walks per game. Now, looking at Hendricks, I'm not a huge Kyle Hendricks fan. He's not. I mean, he's a mid pitcher for real. But looking at him versus the Cardinals, he should be able to go 5 innings. So versus the Cardinals, he had 1 game, gave up 0 earned runs. He had 3 Ks, and he had less than a walk. So he had 11 innings last season versus the Cardinals. So I think he gets 5 tonight. 5 is low. If you're going for, like, in pitching outs, 5 innings is not hard for some of these big-name pitchers. Kyle Hendricks is still a well-known pitcher. Like, he should be able to get his 5. And if you're going for 6 innings or something like that, 6 innings, you have to have a really good game to get, or you have to have a good game to get 6 innings. You can have a mid game and still go 5 innings. Now, we got to remember, this is the first game of the season. They're probably not going to get their normal pitch count, but 5 innings is doable, and 5 innings to me is worth the risk on this one, especially when he had 7 innings his last game versus the Cardinals. So I like this play for our man Kyle Hendricks. I'm going to give him a try tonight, give him another chance, and I'm going to pull him up. So let's pull Hendricks up. His payout should be close to a regular payout on this one. 14.5 outs is a 1.5x. So all these plays are slightly, I don't really consider these discounts, man. They're just not giving you a regular payout because the odds are a little bit more in your favor than they can set it, and they can't change these lines. These lines are so low they can't really bump them without screwing the payout and making them have to go way over. So that's why these are lower. Giannis is obviously a discount, and then these two are about the same way. They can't bring these pitching outs any higher, or that payout has to go up for it to make sense for anybody to play them. So they got to bring it down to 14.5. If they took Lorenzen or Hendricks either to 15.5, I'm not playing either of them. I'm only playing them right now because it's 14.5 and we need 5 innings. So bear with me on some of these payouts. I know the payouts aren't the best. If you played them all together, it'd be an 8x, which isn't that bad. It is 5 props, though. But those are the 5 props I got to today. Let's take a look at them. Justin Edwards, 1.5 assists. Gary Trent Jr., 2.5 3-pointers made. Giannis, over 44.5 PRA. Michael Lorenzen, over 14.5 pitching outs. And then Kyle Hendricks, over 14.5 pitching outs. Lock them in if you like them. Fade them if you don't. We're getting that sweep. 6-2 run right now. Let's make it 11-2 tomorrow for our video title. And let's get this cash, guys. So make sure you guys join our Discord if you haven't. Join our VIP if you haven't. It's less than $1 a day. We would love to have you in there. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. And I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.